Hi, everybody. Welcome to Optimum Ed Live. I'm Tom Leahy,
I'm Candace Suarez.
and we help your kids plan for,
Plan
apply
for life.
to, and attend college.
Yep, we do.
And right now, today, we want to talk about what it is to be a junior in high school, what you need to be thinking about, what you need to think about doing. If you're a parent of a junior in high school,
Which
listen
I
up.
am.
A lot of stuff that needs
Yeah.
to be done between now and next fall when it's
Mhm.
application time. Seniors, they're already in that mode. They're filling out applications, they're getting ready, but there's a lot of preparation that needs to be done to do it right. So that's what we want to talk about today. If you're a
And we
junior,
really recommend that you don't wait until next year this time when your child is a senior to be starting to think about it.
don't
Because
want to
it's
do
so
that.
overwhelming if you put it off.
Right.
Yeah.
That too stressful.
Yeah.
You need to take the time so that you can do the right way and have time to plan, to look at schools and all that. So we're going to talk about things that you need to be thinking about. So why don't you kick us off?
Yeah,
What's the
so
first thing
the
they should be
first
doing?
thing is to make sure you're revisiting and thinking about consistently your direction, right? Career direction as an end goal, but then that academic major should really be your first consideration. And then building a full list, a broad yet long list of schools from that point, right?
Right.
So looking at what your wants and needs are, doing a search for schools that meet those needs, first and foremost, academic major, right? And
Yeah.
you don't have to narrow it down yet. You don't have
Right.
to narrow it down for another year. You just have to get a big list of possibilities.
So there's things you need to be thinking about when we talk about selecting schools. Number one, obviously, what are you going to study?
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to apply to a school that doesn't have your college major, right? I mean, that just doesn't make any sense,
Mm-hmm.
right? There's other things too. Is there geographic considerations? What's your footprint going to be in terms of looking for schools? Are you willing to go, if you're in the East Coast, are you willing to go to the West Coast and vice versa?
Mm-hmm.
South, North. What does that look like? Okay. Type of campus. Is it going to be, are you comfortable in an urban setting or a rural setting? So, what does that look like? Large, small. A bit more important than those things are the little things the things you're doing now in your life that you would miss tremendously if you couldn't do them when you go off to college, right?
And that leads into the next thing is you
Yes.
should be visiting as many different types of campuses as possible because you might be thinking that you don't know whether you would like an urban campus. You don't know whether you want a small one or a large one. So
Right.
spending your junior year visiting different types of schools to rule them out if you know you don't want a big state U. Yeah, or a small private. Yeah.
Yeah, and take that activity seriously. Take notes, and take pictures on your phone of things that you liked, you didn't like, so you can refer back to it
Yeah.
when it gets to be crunch time, right?
Yeah.
But that's really important.
Yeah. So building that college list. So next would be, continuing to build your resume, looking for opportunities in your junior year for leadership opportunities like captain of something or leader of something.
Right.
Building that resume, right?
Exactly. Yes. So what we want in the resume is to be able to tell the story of commitment and passion for something outside of the classroom.
Yep.
Not
Exactly.
not 50 clubs, but a couple of things that you're really committed to, that you've spent time and energy on, and so we can tell that story. A good example is being a Gold Girl Scout, or maybe you played soccer since you could stand, walk. So these are the things that you need to think about in terms of how you can tell your story
Yep.
To the school, not only in that way, but through the application and the essay as well. Yeah. So speaking of the classroom too, the junior year grades are the most important.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to really do the best you can academically this year,
Mm-hmm.
because
Yep.
that's what they're going to look at first. And what are the classes you've been taking? What are you taking for your senior year? Is there an increase in rigor? Are you challenging yourself? These are the things that admissions committees look at, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yep. SATs,
yes,
testing is the other thing to look at too.
yeah,
So we usually recommend that kids take their SATs spring of junior year, like March, May, somewhere in there. You can spend some time up until then familiarizing yourself with the text format, doing some practice stuff online, just to get a familiarity with it.
hmm
But taking that test in the spring will give you a good baseline to see
right,
if you need to beef up in your preparation to take it again in the fall of next year.
right,
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
Yeah.
And take opportunities to go if there's a college night or a college fair in the area. Go to them. Go
Yep.
talk to the folks that are representing the college and universities there.
Mm-hmm.
Really get a really good understanding of, or a better understanding of the school and their and their philosophy and perspective on things.
Mm-hmm.
All these things can help you make better decisions about where you want to apply, right?
Yep.
And two, there's ways to connect with colleges other than visiting as well. You can follow them on social media,
Mm-hmm.
and that sort of thing. So look for opportunities to really get a good understanding of the schools that you're looking at. And one way to
And
do
when,
that,
and when you visit,
yes,
make sure you register and
mm,
do an official visit so they know you were there. And then they'll start a communication with you
correct.
based upon that. Because if you just go drive through the campus, one, it's difficult to get a good picture of what you're looking at,
Mhm.
but second, that demonstrated interest that we talk about all the time, you
Yes,
really want them to know you were there and that you're interested.
exactly. Yeah,
Mhm.
and in that regard as well, when we're talking about the resume, it's not just collecting the things you've done, but I
Mhm.
mean, you can actually create a document, a
Mhm.
resume, and you can carry that with you when you go to visit and you meet somebody on the staff or whatever. You can hand them a copy of your resume. What a
Yeah.
great leave behind. Or if you have
Mhm.
an interview, it's a great thing to take with you,
Mhm.
to really show how professional you are and how you're serious about this whole process.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. So the other thing too, as parents, one of the things we have to think about is cost. What does that look like? So this time of year for parents of juniors, it's a really great opportunity to do an estimated calculation of what the student um, aid index SAI is going to look like. That's a magic number that drives
Mhm.
need-based assistance. They compare that number to the cost of the school, and then depending on whether there's a difference or not, you've established need. But without knowing what you're going to be expected to pay, and that's really what the SAI reflects is what through this formula that they use, what the family is expected to pay based on their income and assets. So you really need to understand what that number looks like. So as you look at schools, you can determine is there
Mhm.
going to be need or not, and that sort of thing. And then are there's ways to look at what kind of merit programs the schools have as well.
Yeah.
All that can come together to make better decisions about where we're going to apply.
Now, we talked about a lot of things today, and we don't do that to overwhelm you, but it is overwhelming. It is a lot of things to consider that if this is your first child, that's entering junior year, you may not have even thought of half of these things. So we're here to help. We can help you organize and stay on track through your whole junior year and be ready next year and not be stressed out frantically trying to get everything done.
Right. We utilize technology. We have platforms, admissions management platform, a financial aid management platform that really is a powerful way to manage all this, keep it efficient, keep your student organized, on track and focused, and really understand where the cost is and what it's going to look like for the family over 4 years of college. All those things are available through engaging with OptumEd. So, one parting thought, juniors, what are you going to do next summer? Now's the time to be looking for, internships, summer programs, that sort of thing, opportunities to volunteer. All those things are going to impact your resume and the activities portion of your Common App when it comes time to do that. So with that, Candace, how do people get a hold of us?
Well, whatever social media platform you're watching us on right now, you can message us. We will respond to that. You can go to our website at www.optimumedcenter.com. Fill out a contact form, and we'll reach out to you that way too.
Yeah, very good. All right. Oh, we look forward to hearing from you. With that, we will let you get to your Thursday, and you all have a great weekend and have a great junior year.
Yep. Bye.